Hi everyone, welcome back to our journey. I hope your 2025 is off to a wonderful start. I wanted to take some time and share with you an update on our pantry challenge. This will cover the first half of January. I'm going to talk about the meals we had, the lessons that I've learned, and whether we stayed in budget. So I do have everything written down here so I don't forget anything. Let's start with our meals. For our breakfast, we mainly had the waffle sandwiches that we had in our freezer. We sometimes had some yogurt with it, but most of the time that was used in our lunches. By the end of the first half of January, we started running out of those sandwiches, so I'm definitely needing to be more creative as we go through the pantry challenge on other breakfast alternatives until I can find time to make some more of the grab and go waffle sandwiches. For lunches and dinners, we had several classic meals ranging from burritos and salad, steak, salad, and rolls. We had chili and cornbread, white chicken chili and biscuits. We had grilled cheese one day, pork chops, pasta and meatballs with a creamy marinara sauce, teriyaki chicken that I pulled from the freezer with rice and veggies, and creamy enchilada fajitas. Oh, and we had some deli meat and cheese toasted sliders. The only dish I didn't get a photo taken of before we dug into the meal was our chicken enchiladas. The casserole dish ended up being completely empty by the time it dawned on me that I needed to take a photo, so I'll do better next time. I was able to experiment in making a few meals, like pizza quesadillas on the griddle. I used some stew meat to make beef, like shredded beef nachos. I was able to pull some frozen fries from the freezer and make like a hamburger potato casserole. And I also had some smoked sausage in the fridge and some tortellini in the freezer. So I made two different types of tortellini sausage pastas. One had a marinara sauce and one had more of a creamy garlic sauce. I felt like these experiment meals went relatively well, but they definitely need some tweaking. That's one of the things that I love about experimenting in the kitchen is you can figure out what works best for your preferences. And I'm so incredibly thankful that my family was on board of testing these new recipes out with me. We had plenty of leftovers for our workday lunches, and I'm super grateful for that. And we had a couple days where all we had to do was just eat leftovers from the fridge. And for me, that was really nice because I didn't have to cook, but I also knew we were saving money because we weren't going out when we had food ready at home. On to the lessons that I learned over this first half of January. Lesson number 1, double check your inventory. One of the things that I learned the first week of this challenge was that you need to make sure what you have is really what you have. My husband and I like to freeze our flour and our rice before we process it for long-term storage. And we pulled out the bag that I thought was 25 pounds of flour. It ended up being 25 pounds of rice. I would have rather not learned that lesson, but I'm glad I did. We were able to talk and figure out some options so that we can make sure that this doesn't happen to us in the future. Lesson number 2, guaranteeing freezer meals. I had a few of these meals that I was really hoping would have enough leftovers that I could freeze some of it for quick dinners, and I was completely wrong. When I want to ensure that kind of guarantee, I need to literally double my recipe. I thought by adding in just some extra ingredients, it was gonna make it stretch long enough for that, and it just didn't. We had the leftovers for a lunch or two, but that was about it. So that's a good lesson to learn now than later on. Lesson number 3, remember that things do change. We had some plans change on us one evening and we didn't get anything out for the from the freezer for dinner. And so we decided to use one of our Christmas gifts and go out to eat instead. This made me think that for next year, I need to bear in mind that we will go out occasionally, whether it's a date night or a special occasion, and I need to take that into consideration. It is also a part of life that things change and you don't have anything thawed or ready to go for a last minute dinner. And that's okay. I'm not counting this against us or that we broke a rule, because this was a gift and it didn't impact our budget or our savings. Speaking of our budget, here is the breakdown. If you saw my first video about the pantry challenge, then you would have seen our rule about our budget and that we have set a $40 weekly budget for produce, dairy, and water. I'm happy to report that we stayed within budget. The first half of January only covers 2 weeks, so I'll only be giving you 2 numbers for our budget, for our in reality totals. We spent $6.97 one week and $23.56 the other week within that time frame. Thankfully, we had plenty of leftovers from the holidays, and we really didn't need a lot at the beginning of this challenge. I'm so excited that we were able to stay within budget, and it's just that much more motivating to keep going and seeing how we do to finish this challenge strong. Thank you so much for spending time with me today as I explain a little update on our pantry challenge. If you liked this video, please make sure you like and share it with someone. If you want to come along our journey, maybe see how the pantry challenge is going or some of the other things I have going on around here, please make sure that you subscribe and follow our channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I can't wait to see you soon. Bye.